Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back KS family. In the last trading session, the main markets rallied. In fact, the Dow climbed 377 points ahead of the inflation report. A lot of people are leaving the crypto market at the moment, and if you're one of those, please be aware Bitcoin is on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, right next to gold. This actually means a lot. Crypto is not going anywhere, but there's a lot of news that I want to cover in this episode. The US will bring out its digital dollar, its central bank digital currency, and what does it have to do to pave the way for its adoption? Of course, it's got to get rid of competing stablecoins. One by one, you will see these stablecoins fall. How will they actually do it? Of course, the arm of the government, the Securities Exchange Commission. What will it use as its pretext? Of course, protecting investors from such things as FTX, which was out-and-out fraud. Paxos, the issuer of Binance USD or BUSD, has been ordered to stop minting the stablecoin. There's a lot of reports coming out that Paxos is supposedly a security. A security is defined by the Howey test, a part of the Howey test which has 4 arms. To it, 4 prongs, is that it has to be for profit. How does something that stays at a stable rate ever make a profit? Well, it doesn't. But always remember the bigger picture here. The digital dollar is coming, and stable coins pose a threat to its dominance. Many people are perplexed why the SEC is calling BUSD a security. Well, it's got to call it something. As far as the SEC is concerned, everything in crypto is a security. Once the digital dollar is actually released, crypto will become incredibly safe. Mark my words, it's on the horizon. What does it mean for us right now? If you have any funds in BUSD, I suggest you actually transfer them into Tether. It's an unfortunate thing, but we do have to realize the consequences of these actions and just protect ourselves. When we look at the crypto market, we can understand why it's red, because again, Gary Gensler is going after the crypto market. As traders, we're just mindful of what is going on inside the market. We have to keep an eye on current events. As we can see, the main markets were quite positive. This does not mean the crypto market is decorrelating from the stock market. Crypto-specific news and stock market-specific news always hit markets differently. We saw that what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried when he committed one of the greatest frauds known to mankind. And it was a fraud, and frauds happen in the stock market all the time. The SEC has jurisdiction over the markets and has had for many, many decades, but it can't stop frauds inside the stock market. In fact, there's a lot of deflection occurring, and I pointed out in past episodes that the Senate has brought Gary Gensler's close association with FTX under scrutiny. So what is Gary doing? Well, he's upping the pressure. Hey, don't look at me, look over here. The problem is that that's causing people to lose a lot of money. Gary, stop it. In episode 804, I actually pointed out what Gary's actually doing at the moment, and Gary doesn't have the support of fellow Commissioner Hester Peirce. Gary Gensler's close association with Sam Bankman-Fried has been questioned by the Department of Justice. It's easy to get caught up in news headlines and lose the greater picture. After all, there are a lot of headlines to get through each day. That's why I do my best each and every day to give you a perspective on the markets to help you to understand what the true issues are. Gary Gensler also doesn't have senatorial support either. Many people say that Gary Gensler says to crypto firms, indeed just any particular firm, come in and talk and we'll look after you, and then Gary just does enforcement actions against them. The House GOP will hold Gary Gensler accountable. And we can see a flurry of action. And when we look at the two senators that have requested Gary Gensler provide information no later than February the 23rd, which is in about a week or so, just think about how the SEC's enforcement actions have ramped up exponentially. It's all about, don't look here, look over there. Masterclass students, in TM14 I give you my live charts on stablecoin market capitalization. You can see that Tether has been exponentially increasing as USDC has been coming down hard. Binance USD, we expect this to start falling quite significantly. And I noted yesterday, in yesterday's video, DAI stablecoin has done a precipitous fall. And what you'll notice here, smart money always profits first. Smart money knew that there was something going wrong inside the crypto market. Potentially, it had a heads up about the SEC's enforcement action. That's why I always say keep your eyes on these stablecoins. They're very important to understand. We had Fed week last week and we saw quite a bit of volatility. We have CPI week this week. Actually, the CPI comes out tomorrow. When we look at the target rate probabilities for the next FOMC meeting, they're not changing much. In fact, they're really not changing at all. There's currently a 90.8% probability of a 25 basis point increase in the federal funds rate. If we were expecting the CPI to come in hotter than anticipated, we would be getting a much larger reading here in the 50 basis point column. That is absolutely not happening. And this is probably why the main markets are rallying. Good old Gary is bringing down crypto. Just bear in mind one thing, if not for the SEC's actions, crypto would be going up. One thing that I would urge the crypto community to do is to band together and get rid of Gary Gensler as the chairman of the SEC. And when I mean get rid of, vote him out. Just the court of public opinion is a very, very strong one. Whilst enforcement and getting rid of bad actors is absolutely important in every market, and they're in every market, a more balanced approach is required. Commissioner Hester Peirce seems to be giving that more balanced approach. I would suggest it's time for Hester to get the promotion and Gary to get the boot. I'm so grateful for all the sharing in yesterday's video. Such incredible stories. You're amazing, amazing people. One thing the crypto market is known for is its resilience. And why is that? Because the investors and traders in crypto are very positive and very forward thinking. They understand that crypto is the basis, the foundation of Web 3.0, the Internet of Value. It's literally the next evolution of the Internet to the Internet of Money. Crypto is not going away, and that's why Bitcoin is on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. It's not by mistake. Bitcoin is currently trading at 21,774. We can see that Bitcoin got above this resistance level, and then because of Gary, again Gary, all of these are Gary. Oh, I think we can rename a downward movement in price as a Gary move. Typically, what you see is when a short-term support mark is actually, or support trend is broken, the price will seek to try to get above it if it can. If it can't, it will go down to a next level of support, and that's what we're seeing currently. But we're actually noticing something quite interesting. Bitcoin is seeking to break out of this very short-term trend of negative price momentum. Bitcoin and crypto is incredibly strong. What's happening with BUSD could be felt for quite a few days. Just be aware of this. Not surprisingly, we're seeing a lot of shorts enter the market. The shorts can be subjected to unlimited downside, so they've got to be pretty careful if they get into the market. They can wipe their accounts out fully and more than that. So just be aware of that. What we can see is as the shorts are entering the market, the longs are actually leaving. But even so, when the markets become certain of going in one direction, smart money often moves inversely. So we've actually seen the shorts get liquidated, the longs get liquidated for quite a time. The shorts getting liquidated, now the longs getting liquidated. It's a yo-yo basically. Turning to the 24-hour liquidations, we can see 114.66 million in liquidations across 50,537 positions. And when we look to total liquidations for the past 24 hours, we can see about 3/4, well 75%, have been long. What about the past 12 hours? About 50-50, 52% long. What about the past 4 hours? It went the other way, and that's why we saw that upsurge, about 95% short. And what about the past hour? About 94% short. As soon as people think there's certainty inside markets, the market is notorious for pulling the rug out from underneath them. And this is exactly why we must have our three-dimensional thinking at all times. Just think to yourself, if the market goes against me, what will I do? If it goes flat, what will I do? And if it goes for me, what will I do? Have answers to those three questions at all times, because that's what professionals do. It's very important to understand your SCs or Stanfield zones, or even more important to do your SLs or Stanfield levels, which are formed through the CTKS method. When we look at BNB sold off climactically. Where did it bounce? In a smart money buy area. This is all related to market structure. You can see just how important market structure actually is. BNB is currently trading at $291.60. When looking at Ethereum through the CTKS method, we want to know where price will actually come down to and be caught, and where it could reverse from. You notice Ethereum's action is very, very much unlike BNB's. And Dickie Min and Art, my heart absolutely goes out to both of you. Thank you so much for your kind sharing. When the markets get chaotic, it's absolutely vital to know where smart money will step in and buy, and where it will step in and create resistance or sell as well. Knowing this literally gives you X-ray vision on the market. We can see XRP has been quite strong. It didn't even dive back into its smart money buy level. It's being kept above it. But you can notice that the same Bitcoin gravitational pull is playing out on all the alts. And to Jeeves, you're just magnificent, my friend. Thank you so much for your incredible sharing. Looking towards the greatest gainers and greatest losers in the top 100. The greatest losers, Rocket Pool out in front, followed by BNB, Rose, Cake, TWT, IMX, ZEC, The Graph, EGLD. One thing to note is TWT is the wallet for Binance. I'm not surprised that TWT is being hit currently. What about the greatest gainers? Because there's always opportunities in the crypto market. The greatest gainers are BNX, CRV, Maker, Convex Finance, Aptos, Aave, Phantom, GMX, and Lunacy. Looking at the top 8 cryptos, we can note Bitcoin's gravity, which transforms into a blue line, and you can see that blue line just in conjunction with Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP, ADA, and you can note the stablecoins, Tether, Circle, and BUSD. And we know that BUSD went through quite a bit of a panic because of this particular down spike. People were just getting out of BUSD because they heard the news that Gary and his team of compadres are on the warpath yet again. We also saw the flow-through effect of Binance USD's impact on BNB. Look at how BNB literally sunk, but where did it go down to? It went down to a structural smart money buy level, and we saw that in the charts. If you want to know where prices can fall to, what your risk is to the upside and to the downside, just draw up the CTKS method on your charts, and it will tell you. It's hard to imagine, but just a couple of weeks ago, Bitcoin was absolutely going ballistic, and now it's down 4.87% for the week. And when we look at Ethereum, it's down 8.54% for the week. BNB is down nearly 12%, XRP a little over 7.5% down, and ADA around 7% down. When we last looked at the next 8 top cryptos, we had this: Matic, Doge, Solana, SHIB, DOT, Litecoin, Tron, and AVAX. We still have these top cryptos, but they've changed position. Let's see who's done what to who. We can see that Doge took out Matic. Oh, well, after all, it's coming close to Valentine's Day. How nice of Doge. And DOT took out SHIB. So we can see that the meme coins have been moving around just slightly, one up and one down. I mentioned previously that at times like this, Tron does tend to do quite well, and we can already see examples of this. Matic also tends to do quite well as well, so let's just keep our eye on Matic. And don't forget Litecoin. Litecoin has a massive capability of recovering very, very well. We're not surprised that Doge took out Matic. Look at this incredible smart money buy area below Doge's price. It literally acts as a buffer to say, Doge, don't come in here. We don't want you here. We want you to go the other way. The thing to keep in mind when interpreting the CPI, if the CPI comes in hotter than anticipated, which just means it's going to be a greater number than this particular one, if that occurs, there will be upward pressure on the Fed to actually increase yields or increase the federal funds rate. But that's not actually coming from the market at the moment. We're not getting that kind of signal, and we have in the past. Masterclass students, I'd suggest you look at lesson TM4 and just keep this live chart on your radar. You can see the CPI has been coming up. It's actually not curled over yet. We can see the Fed balance sheet just hemorrhaging. We can see M1 money stock, which is very liquid, and M2 money stock, which is that M1 plus savings. And we can see the savings is increasing inside the economic system. We can also see the 5-year and the 10-year break-even inflation rates have been coming up. So what does it basically tell us? It tells us that the Fed is starving the markets and starving the economic system of money. And that's designed to pull down the CPI and inflation. We can see that people have started to save. It's a really good thing to discuss in the comments. What do you think the CPI will do? Do you think it will come in hotter than anticipated? You think it will become cooler? And what do you think will be the outcome of those things? It's a really, really good active learning exercise. We've been noticing a bit of positive momentum inside the crypto market. It's very, very important that you keep your eye on the DXY, which is currently 103.212. And what have we seen? The DXY is making its way towards this next smart money buy level. We've seen the crypto market just recover slightly. This could be a lot to do with the dollar coming down, but be aware that there's a smart money buy level from 102.984 to 103.143. In the episode where I went through support and resistance levels, it's very interesting to notice in the SPY, we've had a lot of positive momentum inside the SPY, and it's come back and actually tapped that particular support level. So it's really important that you understand not only how to do your zones, but how to do your levels and how to do your lines. I wanted to wish everybody a very, very happy Valentine's Day. If you haven't had the opportunity to look through yesterday's comments in the video, I'd really urge you to do that. They're just amazing. We have such an incredible global family. And as a global family, we focus on meaning, happiness, and success. Financial prosperity comes to those who actually build the foundation of positive excellence. This may seem really counterintuitive when you hear it for the first time, but all professional traders and investors, they don't actually worry about the money at all. It's not because they don't worry about money. Everybody worries about money. What it is actually about, they worry about their system. They worry about their refinement. They worry about their knowledge. And then it comes to deeper issues. When you're actually climbing that ladder and you're doing very well, then it comes to how you treat other people. Art had an incredibly beautiful comment. Art said, "You're spot on when you say money is the last thing when it comes to real wealth and positive excellence. Wealth will accentuate who you really are. So if our mindset is positive, then wealth will be a blessing to those we love and others, and of course yourself. But if our mindset is troubled and negative, then the wealth will come and go in a heartbeat." And Art very astutely points out this is true no matter what our religion, status, or anything else is. If we are focused on real wealth, then the money coming in will know where to go. It will be used to stabilize our family, then it will be used to better the world around us. I'd like to thank everybody again for their very kind comments, and it's so beautiful to see our global family just sharing time. It's wonderful. The markets are really incredibly volatile, but we don't have to be volatile just because they are. We know that our personality is just a collection of habits. It's literally positive habits and negative habits, and all of them are unknown to ourselves. Why is that? Because they become automatic. It just feels right. I had a friend that put 10 sugars in his coffee, and I said, "What are you putting 10 sugars in your coffee for?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. I always have." That's a habit. Wherever you are, I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day and a wonderful day or night ahead. And Kate and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.